If you don't believe you can do it, nobody else is going to believe it.
Welcome to Chat 62 Podcasts. My name is Eric Monarca.
And I am Martin Almanza.
Today we're talking with Corporal Darian Tippins. He served at the 62 Pack along with us. Tippins, thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it. Good here being with you, gentlemen. My family. Yeah.
That's right, brother.
Are we good?
Hey, yes. Yeah, we hear you.
We're good to go, man.
Okay. All right. All right.
It's been ages. It feels like definitely over 20 years for us, at least, and no longer for probably with Monarca, so that's crazy. I can't believe that we're, I'm just thankful that we're still here, and that we're able to have these kind of talks.
Thank God.
That we could reminisce and share in our youth, so that's an exciting thing that we get to do with this kind of thing. So I'm happy.
Yes, sir.
You're looking great.
Appreciate it. Trying to be still dealing with a lot of stuff, but Eric knows. But at the same time, pressing forward as best I can.
Yeah. How's that elbow doing?
It's numb.
Ooh.
It hurts in certain spots, and I'm going to have to deal with it for however long it takes to actually finally heal. It's like a scar. So I got scar tissue on top. I got weird feeling under the bottom. You've been, the scars, how those feel. So That's exactly what I'm dealing with. So, but it has alleviated that issue that I was dealing with the numbness in my fingers. So
that's good.
I had these two fingers I had numbness in, it's gone.
Well, good.
So where that has dissipated and gone away, I still have to deal with the new issue until whenever. That's it. I ain't gonna bring out the Motrin stack that I have.
That's exactly Motrin and hydrate. Motrin and hydrate.
Man, I stay with it. They keep me. They keep me.
So what I like to do is I like to throw a Marine Corps pop quiz at you.
Oh snap!
There we go, and that's the reaction I was hoping for. They're easy questions, nothing hard, nothing out of the. The NCO's book or nothing.
Wait, where's my Greek monster?
Oh, shit.
I still got it. I got it. Okay.
Fucking go get it if you want to grab it. Shit.
Man, I can't find that thing right now. If I should have brought it, if I could have prepared for this better. Damn it. Okay, go.
All right, man. Question 1. What country was the Battle of Belleau Wood?
I think I'll have a croissant. No.
Croissant.
France.
There you go.
That's where we got the French Forget.
There you go. France. You got it right, man. All right, brother.
That's where we got the Forget. Okay.
There you go. Question number 2. Who was the first enlisted female Marine?
Now you right off.
That's one usually, yeah. I don't know. I remember that one right away. It was like an interesting name. That's what I think.
All right. The answer was Opha May Johnson.
Opha May Johnson.
So here's what I'm writing it down
for next time.
Oh snap! Oh yeah, that right there.
All good. Last question. I was the first commandant of our beloved Corps. Who am I? I'm going to give you 4 options. Okay. There's a multiple choice. A. Archibald Henderson. B. John A. Lejeune. C. Captain Samuel Nichols. Or D. George Washington.
I feel like the grand old man of the Marine Corps, Archibald Henderson.
I thought that too. That's what I thought. But I was wrong. Yeah.
It was wrong.
The correct answer, Captain Samuel Nichols.
Samuel Nichols.
33%. Not bad, brother. Not bad.
Yeah, that's bad. To me, that's bad.
You would be held back in boot camp, right? If you no
Automatically,
yeah.
but if you was a guide,
for lack of knowledge. No.
if you was a guide, yeah, Ofa May would have got me, and then that one would got Ofa.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and let's talk about before the Corps. Who was Darian Tippins before the Marines?
A raw individual trying to find himself. I had too many issues. Just didn't know where I was going. I think I had just had in '96. I had my first daughter. I just couldn't find myself. I really couldn't. I gotten out of school. I tried to go to college. It just wasn't working for me. Things weren't working for me, and I think that was a lack of effort in my part. I don't know. I got caught up with the signs and everybody and just trying to move with the crowd as opposed to trying to be an individual. And at a certain point, I tried to go into the Army.
Really?
My first ASVAB was with an Army recruiter who was a bag of nasty. Just straight nasty. I'm talking... It was just terrible. It was like, that was my first recruiting experience. I jumped in there and I tried to go Air Force, but the Air Force denied me because I had tickets and they wanted to check my credit.
What?
They wanted to make sure I didn't have any debt.
The Air Force checks your credit.
Air Force, they wanted to make sure I didn't have any debt. You got any debt? As soon as they asked you them questions, I was like, I don't know. I think I got student debt. Do you have any outstanding tickets? I think I had some speeding tickets, some parking tickets. And he was like, no. While working through everything, I walked right into the Marine Corps recruiter. I said, I don't really care what you do. Can you get me in?
And how old were you then?
I was 22 years old. It was right around, I want to say, I think I was sick and tired of just being sick and tired. May of 1999. And I walked into the recruiter, and then he put me on the delayed entry because for most of us who still been out, I've been doing some things, to my body that had to be taken out of my body before I could go in, right?
Understood. So
they gave me a space to work all that out. So I went in when I turned 23 on August 10th, 1999. I went into boot camp August 31st of 1999. What it messed up, I was supposed to go in August 30th, but something happened and they couldn't get me there. The plane, I don't know what, the plane was delayed. Some mess had happened. I don't know what happened. But I wound up going in August. I had to go back. I wound up staying at the hotel. They have that hotel specifically for you. I wound up staying there like an extra night. So I wound up going out, still having fun. Like my last night, it was my last hurrah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out with a bang. Sure enough, I wound up getting to the MEP station at it was 0 dark 30. I don't know when it was, about that time. And I found myself on them yellow footprints probably around 1800 on August 31st, 1999.
Wow. So what motivated you to join the Corps since the Army didn't work out and then the Air Force is doing, credit checks and shit?
Yeah, right.
I'll be honest with you, for real. They took me.
Okay.
Of course, they did everything they possibly could to ensure that I was successfully indoctrinated, right? And processed, whatever. They did everything they possibly could. Now, my recruiter was not, he was a body counter, right? If you know those guys, when they're body counters, they don't really care about the individual.
Right.
They care about how many bodies they can get in, and then the attrition rate weeds them out. So what motivated me was, again, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I saw my daughter out here. I wanted to do something different than what I had been doing. Einstein, you keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's insanity, right? If it's not giving you or causing you to move into a better place. I was not moving anywhere. I was stuck in the same rut, the same cycle, the same bad apples, the same hood, the same females, the same everything. Everything was the same. I needed something different. And the Marine Corps was something different, right? It's not what it's not necessarily, it's what I chose to do because what they were going to do for me.
Mm-hmm.
And what everyone did when I walked into that recruiting station. When I walked into that recruiting station, again, he was a body counter. But the fact that I said, I don't care what you do it. That was him just, and then he just started working the cycle. He just started working the program.
So part of that cycle led you to your MOS. And what were your options? Because I know they usually give us some options before that, right?
My option was to go legal. I wanted to go paralegal, but they always put that little extra admin option.
Mm-hmm. Or what, the aviation mechanic?
Most of the time, you don't ever get the first one. You get the admin option.
Right.
So I was the admin option. And that's pretty much how that MOS came to play. It wasn't what I chose. It's what they said I'm getting.
Right. Yeah, I think we're all victim to that. I think we all had that dream to go in as a paralegal, go in under legal administration. I had it too, man.
See, I didn't even know that, man. I didn't know that about most of us. It's like I didn't even know that. And you telling me that is my first time ever me hearing that from you.
Same thing. I was waiting to say you can't handle the truth. Waiting for him.
The truth.
Yeah.
I was just watching that with my wife the other day. A Few Good Men. I was like, see, this is Jag.
Yeah.
It was where I was intended on going. You know what I mean? Even from there, the actual show, the show Jag.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember
that was a great show.
The movie A Few Good Men, then the show Jag. That's where I'm thinking, yeah. But then I got the admin option.
So they helped you through that process. It's August. You're already in boot camp. What's it like for you? Your first day or you get to the yellow footsteps. You're there. What happens? What's in your mind? What's going on?
My first time on a plane.
Oh, really?
My ears popped.
Shit.
My first time on a plane, my ears popped, so I can't hear nothing. So a lot of stuff is, that's exactly how it sounds. So we got this short little drill. He's probably about every bit of 5'2", 5'3" and a half. So he has to stand on something to be taller than everybody, and he's yelling something. All I hear is,
oh my God.
And that makes it even more trouble.
Yeah.
Because what did you say? It makes it even worse.
Well, the problem is you said, what did you say?
My ears won't pop. I did not know about this. My head is hurting and my ears won't pop.
Yeah. Oh man.
So I'm just hearing muffle sounds. Right now, that's pretty much, that's what I thought. I'm like, what did I just get myself into? That was part of it. Really, what the main part was when we were on that bus, the silence was deafening.
Ooh.
The silence was just part of the whole persona. So it was like, we're heading, and then we get to the gate and we see the guards. The guards have an M16. They rifled up. They all ready for battle. They let us through the gate. They checking everybody. They let us through the gate. They go through, and then somebody jumps on the bus. You now have 30 seconds to get off my bus and on those yellow footprints. Get off right now. Of course, it wasn't that cool. And me sounding cool, now I'm making it sound real cool, like, no, it was a bunch of yelling. Again, That's all I like. So I'm having to get out here, and I'm hoping that I can, whatever I'm doing, to try to pop my ears so I can start hearing just a little bit better. Period. And so again, once you're on your yellow footprints, it's a train. Now it's a train. Now you're moving.
That's when the shit got real, huh?
It got real. It got real, real fast. So then, you go through the first part is gear check. So that's the first part is getting all your stuff that you're supposed to have, uniforms, boots, size, whatever it is. And of course they're rushing you because this supply is a different type of supply.
Right.
It ain't the supply that you're used to now when you out in the fleet.
Yeah,
it ain't that supply. It's a whole different type of supply. So you're going through getting everything. It's a train. It's a station, getting that in. And then your haircut. I had already cut my hair.
Oh, so you went in prepared.
I had already cut my hair. I cut my hair.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's getting cut again. I'm like, dude, I already cut my hair. It's like, I guess they got to account for the bodies.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know what you're cutting because you're not really cutting anything. It's like it's just rubbing on skin. But by that time, so everything got straight, and we got all our goods, got over everything, and then they put us in a little formation to take us to a little spot. Our holding squad bay. That's when the drills are real nice. They don't really bother you.
The receiving drill instructors.
They're really cool. They're not really caring about anything. They're not here to yell at you. They're here to tell you where to go and what to do. So then that's the drop off. But then also after that, after we dropped off all our stuff, you know what time it is. It's shots. Everything was we was up that whole night. Of course, y'all know. We was up that whole night. Probably from the time that we got there until the time that we actually got the chance to lay back down. It was probably about 36 hours, give or take.
Yeah, that's definitely taxing on your mind and your body.
I don't remember my experience being like that. I don't. I remember it being pleasant. It was nice.
They were giving you shoulder rubs too, and you're getting your inoculations.
Did you get a shoulder tap? I
think I slapped in the ass on the way out.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, right. The rite of passage. That's what it is, right?
There you go. The rite of passage.
It was.
So, going back really quick, what was your, like you said, you wanted to go into the Army. I'm sure you did your research with the Army, what to expect, all that stuff. When you went to the Marines, I'm sure you did some research into it. But what was your thought of the Marine Corps like going in, or I don't know, how can you put this? Like your idea of what it would be.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And that's personally, that's just that's kind of a thought behind my head. And then also, like I said, a few good men, and then everything else. What I remember about the Marines is the best uniforms and always the sharpest individuals.
That's right.
For the most part.
That's what I remember.
Except for when I took this doggone test that y'all put me through in the beginning. Ain't nothing sharp about that. I was trash. I was garbage, and I hate y'all for it. I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. That's okay. I'm just want to put that out there. Hey, you keep this in recording. I hate y'all. Okay. Now back to it.
Yeah. What support system did you have with regards to your transition from civilian life into the Marine Corps?
My dad was in the Army. My sister was in the Army. She was an officer. Let me see. I had numerous relatives that were Army or Air Force. So I had different individuals that told me about different things pertaining to service, period. Just their levels of service, their different branches of service, right? I never had anybody in the Navy. or I didn't know enough people in the Navy, but most of them, and Officer and a Gentleman. That just reminded me of the movie Officer and a Gentleman. But I did not have a lot of anyone that I knew that was in the Marines, except for a couple of friends from high school that went before me. Those were the only ones that I possibly had any type of ties to, and I met them. I saw them later, so it's a whole different conversation that we have. But those were the only conversation or informational pieces that I had when it came to military and service life. That was pretty much it. Support system. My mom was just happy that I went, because the streets would have taken me, and it was going to take me one way or another because I was losing it. Salute.
Cheers.
I was like, yeah. So,
Oh, that one was good.
man, you really got to try this.
All right,
We are.
Yeah, we're gonna try that.
It's so smooth. I promise you, you will not have a bad moment. It's just with the caramel notes and I promise you, you will be satisfied.
We should start hashtagging the yeah, and we'll do some advertisement for them too. Like,
look at you, no, don't do it. Hey, if you get a chance to,
like Hands of Samoa organic vodka.
All right. Hey, sponsored by.
Right. We had go on. I'm sorry.
Go on. No. Go ahead.
No, just a quick side note. I was thinking of some ideas to do like bonus episodes. It's like quick 10, 15-minute episodes, and one of them is liquor. So,
oh man,
I'm like, dude, we could fucking just talk about fucking whatever, whiskeys, vodkas. I can see what you got right there. Oh yeah, I see.
I would if I could get closer to you. I'll give y'all. So
yeah, Sky Vodka,
Sky Disaronno, Sky Vodka. Yeah, Disaronno. There's another canister of Balvenie, and then Four Roses.
Ooh. Four Roses.
Those are my whiskeys when they're Four Roses.
Huh. All right, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a whiskey episode then.
Yes, sir, please, and we're gonna have to toast every single time.
Oh fuck yeah!
So my support system, and then I had a couple of friends who supported me. So the people when I went in, I didn't have a girl at the time, but I had someone who I knew from childhood, who happened to be female, that I kind of grew up with, that would always send me encouraging notes. You know, that was kind of, people sent me stuff. My mom sent me stuff. When I got a chance to get stuff from people, it was allowed.
While in boot camp.
In boot camp. My drill instructor, I told him I had a daughter. He let me buy one of those Marine Corps bears so I can put it in the mail to send to my daughter.
No, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. He liked me, and I wasn't a bag of ass. So for the most part, he was cool with me. But those were my support systems. It's like my family, really my mom, my dad was proud of me. He would have rather me chose Army though, because he was Army.
Right.
My sister probably would have rather me chose Army because she was Army. My brother probably would have rather me chose Army because he was Army. So I was kind of that black sheep. I went totally opposite. I said, if I'm going to be extremely gone, I'm going to be extremely gone.
Yep.
So August 31st, you're in boot camp. You go through that processing, the shots, the uncomfortable shower moment when we're having a shower really quick.
Shower by the numbers.
Yeah.
Twirl.
Yeah, twirl. There we go, twirl.
Twirl.
So you go through that process. You get assigned to your platoon. What is that platoon? Which company were you with, and who are your drill instructors?
Platoon 2103. Staff Sergeant Young, Staff Sergeant Young, Sergeant Garcia. And I promise you, I wish I could remember the other one's name, because his twin or one of his brothers wound up coming to 62 area.
No way.
He wound up leaving the Marine Corps to go fly, because he wanted to fly Blackhawks. the drill instructor, but his brother, and he was he was Italian. He was one of them. He was like from like New Jersey, New York. He had that Manhattan accent. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That real strong Manhattan accent. So I forget his
How
name.
you doing?
I forget his name. Yeah. But I remember Garcia because he was from El Paso. Automatically, and I remember Staff Sergeant Young because he had a cadence. He liked to do he liked Elvis. Left, right, left, right, left. That's how he liked to do cadence. He liked to do it with a little shaking leg. Like, you know what I'm saying? Left, right, left, right. That's how his cadence used to go. That's how you can't really forget him. And then the other one was the heavy, and the other one was the senior. So senior drill instructor. Then you got the heavy and the light. But those were my two that I remember mostly. I forget his name. I forget his name to this day. I've been trying to think of his name just thinking about it. But Staff Sergeant Garcia was he was a 5'2". He used to run 5'3". He had green eyes. He was Mexican with green eyes. This like 5 foot nothing. And I promise you, the only person that could beat him was the company commander.
Really?
He ran until his face was red. He used to run he used to run 3 miles in like 16 minutes.
Wow. That's quick.
And whenever he ran, his face was so red. Hurry up! There's some people that you just can't forget.
Yeah.
That dude was one of those guys and he was from El Paso. So I'll talk about him later, but he wound up coming to the 62 area as well.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
As a staff sergeant, that's what I was saying when I saw him at the door. It was such a love. Such a love. He smiled at me. And usually when he was trying not to smile when he was always in your face. But I'm sorry. Let me get back to where we were at. Those were my drill instructors.
I'm gonna take a photo real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Jeez. There you go. All right.
So those were my drill instructors. And when the receiving drills dropped us off, of course, it's a show. So they dropped us off, put us in this little spot. We had our sea bag, right? We have our sea bag, right? And we're sitting on the squad bay, right there on the deck. And then all of a sudden, the door kicks open, and they walk out. You know what I'm saying? It was like robotic. Like, yeah. It was like, oh, my name is Senior Drill Instructor, Staff Sergeant Young. Get off of me and just start yelling. He just starts telling you. And just all of a sudden it's madness. So first the introduction, and they all pop to parade rest. It's covered. The covers are just like this, so they look like mean individual dogs. And when that door kicked open, that was scary. The door kicked open, it was scary. The pure motion of the drill instructors as they began to come out and get into a formation to let us know what's about to happen. And he was letting us know what was about to happen. You now have 10 seconds to find a foot locker. Mm-hmm. And then right there, it was just madness. Ah! They just start yelling. We start running. Everybody start tripping over each other. They don't know what it is. And by the time you get to a place, he's throwing stuff. Everybody's throwing stuff. Oh, I don't care. Just throw it in there. It was madness. So then that was really more. That was the real, like, what did I get myself into? The other one was like, holy shit. This was like, I want to go home. I want to go home right now. And then it didn't help that we were next to the flight line for the same flight they brought us. It didn't help none.
Right. Yeah.
That didn't help one bit. We right next to the flight line.
Oh my God.
So had you ever been outside of like your hometown before the Marine Corps, or was there more?
Basketball. I played basketball, so we drove to Florida.
That's a long drive.
Yeah. I visited my sister when she was in Alabama. She lived in a small place right outside of Birmingham called Muscle Shoals. Very it's an old slave town. She lived right behind Cotton Field and across from a cemetery.
Wow.
That was the last time that that was 16. That was for 14, 16. Those were my times that I actually ventured out of state. Other than that, no. Like I said, my first time to boot camp, first time on a plane, ever. And that whole experience, because they was like, you should have chewed gum.
No, I'm supposed to know. What the hell? Thank you for the heads up.
I just turned 23. Hadn't been on a plane, and here it is. I can't pop my ears. The head hurts. It's pressure. You know what's happening.
Yeah.
The fact that you went in at a later age too is pretty, I guess, intense. I remember hearing all these crazy stories from Mike Tapia going in at a later age, like, oh, I hate it, like all these younger guys telling me what to do and all that good stuff. I don't know. What was the perspective on? Well,
that is a great point.
I think we'll get into that at some point once we get into the fleet.
Yeah, because if you want to flow into that now,
well, we can, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, what was it like being? How you were 23 when you went? How old was it being a 23-year-old man going into boot camp with a bunch of kids that were probably 18
or 17?
It was. I had to navigate the areas very, very carefully. Because at MOS school, PA school, I almost got probably NJP'd. I probably could have got articled if anything happened because I was old enough to buy liquor.
Okay.
And everybody else was not. So you come in, you got to be careful on what you think is okay. Because you're so used to being okay and you've been okay for a couple of years now.
Right.
Everybody else hasn't reached that level. And so I had to find a level of maturity at a certain part, right? Because I was still doing this. So here's the story is when in North Carolina, in Jackson, in that little bitty town, we went to find something to drink. I went and bought a whole bunch of drink, or at least I think a bottle. I don't remember what it was. I remember it was a bottle. There were undercover cops waiting outside for things like this that happen. They do this often. That's what they do. They wait just to see what's going to happen. So I came back to the car. Sure enough, we got pulled over. Hey, you're not supposed to be buying drinks for minors or like that. No. I mean, sure enough, he gets a call over the radio and there's something dire. It's like, I don't know if it was a 187. It was something worse. He was like, open it up and pour it out. He made me open it up and pour it out right there. And he let me on my way.
That was cool. That was cool.
I had to navigate that part of life very well. When I got to the Dewey station,
yeah, for real,
that would have because that would have thwarted my career,
right? Period.
It would have sent me on a different trajectory. But the fact of the matter is that I was meant to. Thankfully, something happened over the radio that caused them to to leave me alone. As long as I poured it out. And I poured it out in front of him.
Wow.
I don't really care. I'd rather pour this out than have to stand tall in front of somebody and
that's true.
And have to explain away why Darian sat up there was buying drinks for all these young
It's troops. Basically, I'm telling you, someone telling you can't handle the truth. That's what you were waiting for.
You can't handle the truth. Standing tall before the people I want to be.
That's right.
No.
But wow, that was wow. That's a story right there. That's crazy.
Right. But even getting to it, it's coming to the duty station, and Eric, you understand this. So we come into a duty station, and these young, I don't really care about the young enlisted. It was the butter bars, the lieutenants coming in, age 21, that these jokers only got a degree in PE.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right on it, dude. You're right on it.
You hear me?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting up here having to sir you, and you ain't even, dude. I mean, and I think that's where I had to find an understanding that no matter what, people are going to outrank you because of where you came in and how you came in. Mm-hmm. And it's just it's the way it is, and I had to learn that quickly.
Yeah, your age didn't matter in the Corps.
No,
it didn't.
No.
And I was 18 when I went in too, but knowing, checking in Marines, let's fast forward a few years, and you're checking in, officers of butter bars, and you're looking at their age. That's the first thing I would do. As soon as I checked in like a butter bar, how old are you? You're 2 years younger than me? The fuck?
Yeah.
And I got to call you sir? Oh my God. It was.
Most of them were these. So by the time I got to the duty station, by the time I got there, most lieutenants who graduated at 21 were 3 years younger than me.
Fuck.
Because I just turned 24. So they were 3 years younger than me. Right? And I'm like, God, what did I take the wrong route? What did I do wrong? Okay, you punishing me. I'm like, but that was my mindset, but I had to get over it quick. I just had to be the best PFC to Lance that I could possibly be at the time there. Right. And most of the time lieutenants usually respected me for it because I gave them the proper honors and respect that they were warranted due to the fact of the service and the common customs and courtesies that we're supposed to show. And I really respected those captains that came in, and the first captain that come in, he go find that first sergeant. Mm-hmm. That was one of the ones I respected because they knew. But anyway, carry on.
No, well, thank you for sharing that. I was just curious because it's always an interesting perspective of those going in at an older age sometimes because, they've already lived sort of a little bit of experience out of high school. For the majority of the people that are coming in, I went in with no experience aside from just volunteer service within my high school and within a campaigning thing. So I had no work experience. I had no, it was all volunteer stuff. Going in, having to learn all these things really quick, really fast.
Really quickly.
It scared me. So I relied on a lot of people that were a little bit more wiser regarding their age, to help me through the process, and there was one specifically who had been in, I think, in the Navy for like 16 years and decided to join the Marine Corps. So I
had a guy like that in the Army. He was in the Army. He came in at 32. Mm-hmm. They had to do all the waivers for him. Mm-hmm. He came in at age 32, so I met him at MCT school. He was like he came in at age 32 and wanted to be a Marine. He got out the Army, did his stuff, whatever it was, and decided he wanted to come back in. He cycled back through the Marine Corps.
Right. Wow. So when I saw him straight up. I was like, yes, sir, because I thought he was a Marine because he already looked like old,
Yeah.
And he was a grizzled young vet.
He was old at the time for us. 32 for being 17 was pretty old, but not old enough, right? We still got ways to go. So it was a whole new learning curve for me, but someone going in at a later age, it's a learning curve too, because it's like we're all learning the same thing from square one, right?
To square one.
Yeah.
So what was it like being 23 and having to handle squad leaders that were like 18 years old?
It was
and a guide probably 18.
Yeah, it was It was good in a sense because I never treated them less than what they were. They came in with me. They did the same. They signed on the dotted line. They got on the flight. They're here. They made it through boot camp. Now they're here. So I mean, at that point at MCT, it was hard to treat anybody different because y'all were really on the same playing field.
Right.
So like for instance, the 32-year-old, they let me be guide because I was guide in boot camp. They said, "Do we have any guides here?" I raised my hand. I was guide, right? So me and the 32-year-old had a pull-up off. He beat me by 2. You're guide now. You're squad leader.
Oh shit!
Switch.
Just by 2 pull-ups.
Just like that.
Wow.
From 2 pull-ups.
Wow.
Had to suck it up.
You couldn't get one for the core? No.
I couldn't get one for Chesty, man. I couldn't get one more for Chesty. I couldn't get 2 more for Archibald.
That's right.
I couldn't get 1 more for Omame Johnson. Omame
Johnson.
I couldn't get 1 more. Like, so to finish it off, no, I couldn't.
Wow.
But that was just how quick the dynamic changed. So with that being said, now I just open my mind up to like, nothing is given. You can easily lose what you had.
Right.
At the drop of a hat. It was a couple of eye-opening moments, and we all got to experience it. Right? We all got to see that the youngsters saw exactly what happened between the 2 older cats. The 23, 32, flip it.
Yeah.
So not only was it flipped, it was flipped.
Yeah, for real.
So you just saw. Yeah, man. I got a million of them. I promise you. That's how it went. But that's just how it went. So I had to learn quickly that if you don't stay on your shit, you could lose it just as easily as you were offered it.
That's so true.
Or it was given to you. With the youngsters seeing that, I think that gave them a bigger perspective of who we were, who the older cats were, and that we were going to try to outwork anybody and everybody. Mm-hmm. But at the competition, as we compete, just know that I'm gonna compete the same level as you are.
Yep. Top
and
level.
This is between the older guy and the young and the next older guy.
Yeah.
So you better be on your stuff.
That's so true.
I think that's what it taught them a lot of. Mm-hmm. It's like just being mindful of your surroundings and know that you can get stuff taken away from you really quick.
Yeah,
but they respected us.
That's good, and it goes along that line of adapting to change, like how sudden it can happen. For reals, in a snap.
It happened right before chow.
Wow.
We were in the chow line.
Oh shit. Wow.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just like that.
So just know it wasn't like outside of any lines. It wasn't like outside of the hours. Mm-hmm. Chow line.
Wow.
We hadn't even gotten to the field yet. Because we were going to spend 17 days out in the field. That was our first week of adaptation to MCT, right? That was everything.
Yeah.
Chow line. And you could lose your position.
Yep. So true.
Well, really quick, in boot camp, you got through it, you finished it. Just a question, what did you get out with, like a rank that most won't, like PFC, like for example, like the majority?
Yeah, I went as a private. I came out of PFC because I was the guy.
Okay. All right.
Right, and had I made honor guide or whatever it was, if I had gotten that top level, because I couldn't answer them daggum questions, because y'all be asking the dumbest questions right now, I'm gonna put y'all on blast.
Damn you for me.
20 years later. No. No, but at the same time, so with that being said, yeah, so I got on honor honor guide, honor platoon, honor whatever it is. I got up as a PFC, and I came home after that and showed that recruiter who was just about the numbers. And guess what he did? He took my picture and because they had the picture in the newspaper.
Yeah.
These are the guys, right? And all of a sudden, he's like, "Look what I got! I got me an honor graduate." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like so. And then he started boasting his chest out and pumping his chest out. Another recruiter in the station said, "Here, man, he gave me something. He just gave me a T-shirt." But the guy he was so boastful about one of his 20 graduates actually making the honor grad, whatever it was. He was so boastful about it. That's all he did was walk around boasting the picture that I gave him.
Yeah.
Another person in the recruiting station gave me something for my achievement. And it was just a T-shirt. It was just a Marine Corps T-shirt, dude.
Yeah.
But to me, it was him saying, "You know what? You did something, man."
Yeah.
Not everybody does this. Out of the percentages that we send in, not everybody gets to that point. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was. I wound up getting that PFC. Perfect cleaning.
Let's backtrack a little bit. What was it like being a guide during the Crucible?
It was tough. It was really tough because you now had to motivate several individuals that really could not handle being out in the field. I had one guy through our boot camp experience before. So the first evolution.
Phase 1.
Because phase 1. Thank you. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. During phase 1, this guy was a whiskey drinker, so he used to break into the whiskey lockers and drink all the Listerine.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, he was that kid.
Yeah, I had a guy like that too.
Yeah,
but he was but physically presence, his physical appearance, he was probably every bit of 6 foot, probably very kind of very buff a little bit, and he could handle all that stuff, but he just was a drinker. And so one time the drill instructor called him in the back pissing in the trash can. He walked in through the back. He caught him pissing in the trash can, but he could not get it. He could not stop drinking. He was an alcoholic. That was a telltale sign of an alcoholic. He could not stop finding himself in that whiskey, right?
Yeah.
So he was kicked out. Then we had one who was just a pisser. He pissed everywhere. He pissed on himself in formation. He pissed on himself in whatever. He pissed on himself. He could possibly if I asked him to piss on site, he could probably piss on site. It was dealing with all these different personalities, all these different backgrounds, racial barriers that we had to try to break through to be a team, right? But the thing about me is, one thing that most people know about me is I try to bring the best out of you, and I try to be motivating as possible.
That's true.
And that was my focus, is to keep them motivated. Even one of the guys that had been cycled through twice. So he was a 9-month Marine.
Oh my God.
He had busted his collarbone, whatever it is. I helped him. I was like, "Listen, you ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna drag you, carry you, wherever it is. You gonna get through boot camp." He had not been able to get through boot camp.
Fuck.
With the Crucible, I was that last hike up the hill. That last hike up the hill to get your black Eagle Golden Anchor in your hand. I pulled every bit of his ass. And I told him, "You stay behind me no matter what, and just grab me if you have to." So it was a bit of trying to figure out everybody's pressure points and trying to get the best out of them at the most interesting time, Like so, even during our
Pugil sticks.
Yeah, the pugil sticks.
Pugil sticks.
Yeah, we pugil.
Pugil.
There it is.
There it is. That's the one for the
I always chose the right person for the job. Because there was one of us that was really good for it. There was one of us that was really bad for it. We were gonna get our ass kicked. We was just gonna get our ass handed to him. I definitely know that during that time, it was just me trying to figure out everybody's best attribute and trying to bring it out of them. And it was hard for me because at the same time, I'm trying to figure out who I am. Mm-hmm. So as you just coming out of this place, you don't know where you are. I'm trying to figure out who I am, and I'm starting to see that maybe that's why I'm glad I had the guides that I had. The guys that I had could help me in certain places. They always supported me. They always backed me up. They always stood with me. I mean, the squad leaders. So they was always taking care of me.
That's good. You had a good support team.
I did in that essence, because the drill instructor was ready to make me the guide. He told me right off the bat when I was in here cleaning the hut.
Wow, really?
He told me as soon as he asked me something about one of his good conduct medals, he got an extra oak leaf. He said, "What do you notice about that?" I said, "There's an extra oak leaf on it. I don't know, something." But I did notice that there was something extra on it. He was like, "Good, all right, I see you." And then he made me go. I was cleaning huts all day.
Wow.
But that's what happened. That's what made me understand that I needed help. And the help that I had was those 4 other individuals that stood with me.
All right.
That's cool. That is cool. Being from California myself, I always think about watching Westerns and everyone shooting a gun. You going to MCT and
the bonanza,
yes,
gun smoke,
yeah,
gun smoke.
That's what I thought growing up, right? So just because that's what TV would show me and all that good stuff. With regards to that, you started MC, you graduated boot camp, you move on to the School of Infantry,
MCT,
right over the hill,
yeah,
over the hill. With
that, how was that experience for you?
That was one of the experiences that I was talking about. So you're with the that's where it happened. The 32 and the 23.
The pull up
off. Where that happened. So at MCT, I learned that that we're still back. Some of the folks still back on the block, and some of them, and I promise you, they was about to catch these hands, and I had to, they had to check me and be like, do not be stupid. Do not fall into the trap of getting into a fight just because. So my MCT experience was me, again, trying to figure out whether or not I was ready to be in the fleet. And the only focus I had was getting to those 17 days out in the field, understanding what we were getting ready to do, understanding how far we were getting ready to march. Our first hike, because I was stupid. I was our first hike, and I think I had started smoking cigarettes.
Oh shit!
Our first hike was up it had to be a 45-degree incline all the way up. It had to go. I can't even remember what the mountain was.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You can
Smoky.
say it. It's okay.
I don't know.
Was it Old Smoky?
Smoky? I don't know if it was Mount Mud.
Yeah, that one.
Motherfucker. Yeah. I don't know which one it was. I just know it was 45 degrees.
Shit.
And by the time we got up top,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking like, give me all your cigarettes. Like that's what nobody's smoking anymore. Because we had 7 days of nothing.
Right.
Remember, you got your 7 days of nothing, and all of us was doing nothing. We weren't doing enough. All we were doing was going down the street and eating wings and fries, or going up the place, and that's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
We weren't doing enough. Nobody was out there running and PTing.
Right.
We went in. You remember the Quonset hut that had the gym in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the only time that anybody ever really had any activity. Went to the Quonset hut and that had the gym in it. The gym in a doggone Quonset hut. Quonset hut. But anyway, with that being said, it was one of those experiences where this is not boot camp and it's not pure. This is starting to get a little real.
Mm-hmm.
Like real field work, real life situations, just real things. We were practicing killing people.
Right.
That was what we were practicing.
Yeah.
We were practicing, taking right. We would that can do work on the mind.
Yeah.
You're not used to understanding killing people or whatever it is, and here you are practicing it in the field, preparing yourself that if it ever happened, even at your MOS, if you were ever called to do this, because we were called to be riflemen first, and this is what I tell people, y'all forget it. I'll go into that later. This is what we were practicing. Now, granted, the difference between School of Infantry and MCT is another 10 days. Give or take a week.
Mm-hmm.
We still did the same crap, just in a more condensed. They just shortened it by a week. We're still practicing killing people. We're still digging holes. We're still digging, foxholes. We're still digging trenches. We're still going minimum amount of sleep. You catching a power nap whenever you can, right? 10 minutes, whatever, 10-minute power nap. You're going through trees. You're trying to get behind the enemy. You flank them. Whatever it is, we're still practicing trying to kill the enemy.
Right.
That's all we're practicing. We're not practicing what your orders should look like. We're not practicing what the diary entry should be.
Not practicing at page 3.
We're not practicing a page 3.
We don't even know what that stuff
meal
is.
card.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, not yet.
A meal card.
What's up, Lopez?
Yeah.
You're like, we are practicing death. So, yeah, it opens your eyes to the truth that no matter what, you're still called to do something different. And if there was no personnel, we would all be out there in the field doing everything to kill the enemy.
Right. Yeah, we're trained to be warriors no matter what the MOS is.
That was my experience. Is I'm practicing death. Yeah. I'm practicing how to kill somebody.
Please like and subscribe to our podcast. Find us on Instagram at Chat62Podcast. Email us at chat62podcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.
Brothers and sisters at arms, are you struggling with your mental health? You are not alone. There is help available. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is there for you. Call or text 988 to connect with a trained crisis counselor 24/7. Do not hesitate to reach out for support. You are strong. You are loved. Semper Fi.